Bitcoin receiving not a single teensy-weensy little bit of a Santa Claus pump at all. The baby bulls are left with their tails between their cheeks as Bitcoin continues to trade sideways. But what does this metric show right here, right now? And will the next bull run be completely different from all the previous ones? What do I mean? Well, sit back, tickle your toes, and wiggle your nose because I don't care about finishing this intro. Right now, Bitcoin is continuing to trade sideways as the Santa Claus rally never came to fruition, but there are two very big things that are happening, and are they positive or are they negative? Well, you'll have to stick through, really just make it through this video to find out. It's absolutely gigantic, and not only that, but something even much bigger as well. So you get the chance, make sure to like, subscribe, turn. This is absolutely time-sensitive alerts. Without any further ado, let's jump into this truly what has been regarded as a very, very exciting webisode. And with Bitcoin right here, continuing to trade sideways here, guys, it is, very worth noting that the Bitcoin price has done little to nothing, but we do see Bitcoin exchange withdrawals actually slowing down here, as we saw a mass exodus because of FTX over the last couple of weeks. Actually, nearly about, time really flies, huh? It's been nearly about 2 months. We have seen many people pull their crypto out of exchanges, but we are seeing the opposite of that, with Bitcoin withdrawals from exchange wallets entirely reversing the spike, which began around 6 weeks ago. And you can see that illustrated here on Glassnode with the total transfer volume of exchanges, BTC all exchanges, and then the balance of Bitcoin exchanges as well on all exchanges. You see that here. And the price of Bitcoin could not be more sideways. And before we look at anything else, I want to take a look here. So the 2024-2025 bull run, it could be the first that doesn't create all-time highs. And I think that that's a bigger and bigger possibility here. And, as Bitcoin has been the king, but it's been less and less dominant every single cycle. For example, if we go to the Bitcoin dominance, you can see the history of Bitcoin. You can see the trend that, we're never going to reclaim 90% or 98% dominance, which is where Bitcoin sat for the first 4, 5, 6 plus years of its existence, in my opinion. I think it's very likely that, and this isn't saying that much, but believe it or not, people will adamantly disagree with what I'm about to say. I don't think Bitcoin will ever achieve 95% plus dominance or something like that again. I think the trend is very clear that there's other technologies in the space that are going to continue to soak up that dominance. And with that being said, this could be the very first cycle where we don't see a Bitcoin new all-time high. Will we see other coins hit all-time highs? I 100,000% believe yes, but this could be the very first cycle where we don't see Bitcoin hit all-time highs here. And that's not really what this post says. This basically just says that it does mention Bitcoin, but more so that we might not see as much concentrated towards the biggest crypto, Bitcoin. We have seen the percentage gains get lower and lower, smaller and smaller for Bitcoin specifically, as the market cap has gotten bigger and bigger, and the multiples have gotten harder and harder to go up, right? For Bitcoin to go from 100,000 to 200,000 is infinitely harder for it to go from 1,000 to 10,000. 1,000 to 10,000 is a piece of cake compared to 100,000 to 200,000. So have we reached that maximum point where Bitcoin just potentially doesn't have as much interest and support to continue pushing it? Possibly. But I do absolutely believe that cryptocurrency, some altcoins absolutely will be still absolutely very good opportunities to make money going forward. But, I don't know. I'm not saying that that's absolutely going to be the case for Bitcoin, but expect the unexpected, basically. Everyone was saying one thing about the last bull cycle that didn't happen, so whatever the consensus is for what happens next time, I think it will not happen also. But if we take a look on these charts with Bitcoin, really so much to say here. Okay, so much to say. On Bitcoin's weekly chart, it just looks bananas. And I personally think that we are in store for a very good trading opportunity coming up here. Okay, so I'm very interested in getting into a trading position here. Once we actually see a confirmation to the upside or downside, I think it's still, I think we have plenty of time here because we have not really seen any sort of confirmation one way or another. And check out the tutorial popping up above as well if you're interested in any trading bonuses. But I mean, as you can see, this volatility has come to a screeching halt, and there is basically no volatility to be seen. This is Bitcoin's weekly chart, and I lived through this in 2018, and absolutely, I can say without a inkling of a doubt that this was very boring. But what we've been experiencing this bear cycle is much more boring. Okay, and you can see kind of why, even in terms of like the length of time it took for some of this. It had ups and downs, and this bear market has had only downs. We haven't had no ups. It's just been downs and downs. It's been only sideways and downs. And so with that being said, this has been the most testing bear market that I think everyone's been through, in terms of, yes, it's very dumpy, but it's also only dumpy as opposed to having some pumpy. There's no pumpage. And it's so downright boring that I can barely stand to look at these charts. And in fact, I won't be looking at these charts for the rest of this video. In fact, I wanted to do a little review of this candy stick that I have. It's a cowtail. While I finish the video here, I'll move this out of the way because the last time that I ate food, this mic picked up the sound too well. It's pretty good. I'm still sick, by the way. Very good. And as well, I don't know if you guys have ever had five gum, but I'm not sponsored by Five Gum, but I will say that the flavor lasts so long. You know, sometimes when you chew gum, you chew it for a couple of minutes and it doesn't have any flavor and you just want to spit it out. I chewed this until my jaw hurt, like 45 straight minutes of just chewing, and there was still flavor, but I had to spit it out because I didn't want that much flavor, to be honest. So yeah, definitely recommend Five Gum if you need some gum to chew on. How are people making crypto videos every day? I try watching them, and they don't talk about anything. They don't say anything. All right, bye.